bald-headed beast that rapped and ripped. Happy birthday, Pete, another year older, eh? I never expected a thing, I don't know what to say. Harry couldn't look at the way Pete held Becky's hand. Still he passed him a beer and said, well, there you go, big man. Ron, this is Harry, my brother. You guys should really talk to one another. Ron runs the cafe and Harry's starting up a place of his own if he can. They raise their glasses up. Good to meet you, Ron. Oh, pleasure's all mine. Ron looks into Harry's eyes and recognizes how they shine. Harry, he says the name to himself before he's led away and introduced to someone else. Becky, this is Dale. Pete's drunk now, warm inside. Dale's awkward with a sort of distorted, of course, he's proud on his face. Actually, we met, really, I'm sorry, says Becky. Oh, don't pretend that you forgot me already. Oh, where'd you meet, says Pete, big smile, white teeth. She was working, you remember, it was you that made me ring her. It hits Pete like a fist where every finger wears a ring. He couldn't blink or breathe or think or anything. Yeah, you remember, the 23rd of November, I met you in the Hotel Hacienda. We had a couple drinks, you knew the bartender. You had a whiskey sour and I had a monumental. We went up in the lift, they was playing Enya. That made you laugh, you said that Enya sent you round the bend. People scared that you've been sleeping with men, so he asked me to investigate. Now in your defense, you was very professional, I was very tense. But I have to say my favorite part was the happy end. Washing his hands when he heard what sounded like a man sniffing the whole gram in one go. Harry walked out of the cubicle. Oh, alright, Ron. Ron tapped his nose. You ain't got a spare line. Harry smiled, no sweat. Handed in the wrap and said, I'm going for a cigarette. I'll meet you at the bar, mine's a pint of sea view. Ron only had to look at the coke and he knew. She could feel herself going numb. Clutched thumbs in her fist, felt unstuck. This is wrong, fuck this. Her stomach heaved. You set me up instead of just talking to me. Oh, what about trust? Guts twisted. Pete was stuck to the spot. His lips shifted. He couldn't make a sound. Dale stood still, calm. Pete stared down, reached out, touched her arm. She shook it off, so livid, so hurt. She walked away without saying another word. He was about to follow, but saw Dale hiding and smiled. Then he couldn't help it, he already went wild. Alright, look son, I know we come to have a party, so have a couple drinks and a dance with your auntie. But hear this, let's clear this up right now. Your numbers are up son, I have found you out. You don't know who I work for, men who have hurt more men than the world wars. When you were first born, they were killing men who were worth more than 10 of your kind. Are you out of your mind? Look, don't worry son, I'm in no hurry son, I'll have you on the run like a funny curry son. Go back inside and make sure your brother's having fun. Just know this, any day now I'll be coming son. Becky ran out to the street feeling weak, she took her breath hard. Slamming its head against the wall of her chest, she looked to her left, saw Ron, shoulders squared. Talking to Harry, Harry looked awkward, scared. What's this? Mother's meeting, come on Harry, need your help. She walked him off as Ron watched, Harry felt himself melt. Becky, he began, but he couldn't finish. He fiddled with a cigarette, held it between his fingers. What's up? She didn't need to ask, she could feel it there. You got yourself in trouble with my uncle? Yeah. He stared at the skyline, he tried to find the right word. I gotta leave town and tonight at the latest. They stopped walking, turned, looked into each other's face. And I want you to come with. Time stopped, Harry waited. She said nothing, she raised her eyebrows like he did on the night they met. In this way they spoke at length, and his heart heard what her eyes said. He said nothing, he just felt and hoped that he was understood. Then she felt something in her melt, and lightning flashed and thunder shook. He stared at her until she heard him, felt an energy go surging through her person. Something in his eyes, she felt her body bursting. She kissed him and it reached a part of her that had been sleeping, and she felt his heart beating in her own. She felt complete and so no, they didn't speak. ran down the street. Leon had the motor running and they jumped in the back seat. Becky felt peace when she looked at his face. Let's us three get on the plane and open up Harry's place. He stared at her really, she nodded, his pulse raced. He reached down beside him, brought out a suitcase stuffed full of cash. Leon smiled at them both. Let's fucking do it, he said. Away they drove. Dale and Pete were in a pile of trainers and feet, clenched fists and black eyes and chipped teeth. Their dads had tried to get in between them. It was like they couldn't wait to get involved. Graham was beating David's skull with his elbows. David was kneeing Graham's nether region to Miriam was at the bar weeping. Ron was pleased as punch with the outcome of the evening, while Becky, Harry and Leon headed for the peon. Up to Dover for the ferry and from there wherever. Harry looked at Becky, let's feel this way forever.